What are some cheat codes you've found in the game of life? Several times in life I've cold called a company to confirm my interview time. I didn't have one prior to my call, but in their confusion and inability to even find my resume I've managed to secure an interview about 4 out of 5 times. Twice I've gotten the job. This is peak r/act licky abalang. Sick. When I was in my old 500+ person building, I kept a stack of papers on my desk. When I was bored or got tired of sitting down, I'd get up, grab my stack of papers and walk around. I called them my walking papers and did this for months. Got a lot of head nods and not one question the entire time. People always assumed I was on an important mission, but nope, not in the least. PS. Worked on the executive floor/wing too. My friend is a janitor at a pretty new school. Not much broken stuff. So on his downtime he walks the building rather quickly with whatever tool he decides. The teachers and staff always think he's going to fix something. Lol. I work at a steel mill and do the same thing when things are slow on day shift. Nobody is going to question or follow the guy carrying a shovel. Take a $1 bill and flip it over. Now tape a $5 bill and tape it to the end of the upside down single with as little tape as possible to make it secure. Now feed the $5 bill into a change machine. The coin machine reads the 5, gives you quarters, then reads the upside down single, rejects that, and boom, you got yourself a felony. This is the caliber of post I was expecting. Actual cheat codes. Not be nice to your family, and, surprise, they won't hate you. Thank you. Niceness gets you everywhere. I get free shit from being nice. And no, it's not because I'm a cute girl. Because I'm not. I'm an overweight, balding man. People respond to niceness. I've befriended the Comcast customer support person. I've befriended the most disliked, crotchety person in our office. I get special treatment at my cafeteria because I treat the service staff like actual human beings. I get fees waived because I ask nicely. Be nice. It costs little and is worth a lot. I've befriended the most disliked, crotchety person in our office. Find the grumpiest person that you work with and give it 100% to be their friend. You usually find they are only that way because of social anxiety and are actually great people. If you have no complaints about your food service/staff at a restaurant, ask to see the manager and pay a compliment and a thank you about the server/host/staff. Usually people want to see a manager to complain, and a compliment is nearly always welcome. I've gotten countless free DRINKS/APPETIZERS/CHIPS/% off my bill, all for just making a polite comment to management. Edit. Thanks for the Reddit gold, kind stranger. You probably caused mini heart attacks until they realized you wanted the manager for good reasons. Wanted to say this. We had a girl that we absolutely adored, so we asked for a manager to compliment her, and she immediately sat down with us and asked if everything was okay. Lol. Her concern was precious. I had a professor in college who, while lecturing, suddenly let out a huge fart. Without pausing, he turned his head, as if talking to someone behind him, said yes and heat, and continued lecturing, as if nothing had happened. It immediately diffused any potential awkwardness and embarrassment, and I vowed to use the same strategy if the same thing ever happened to me in front of a large crowd of people. What a power move. I heard a story of a lawyer doing it while giving a closing argument in trial. He farted, looked up at the judge, and said strike that from the record. Not a cheat code, but an Easter egg. If you ask someone if they know all the words to I'm a Little Teapot, around 80% of the people you ask will start singing it. Half of those will do the gestures. I'm at a tattoo studio right now, and I asked the £300 intimidatingly tattooed owner of the shop if he knew the words to I'm a Little Teapot. Without hesitation he started reciting it while doing the pantomimes. Impressive. The correct response to any compliment is thank you. You can then follow it up with a comment if you'd like to continue the conversation. If someone likes your dress, thank you, it has pockets. If someone compliments your art, thank you, I've been practicing. If someone asks if you're a professional singer because you have a good singing voice, thank you, I just sing for fun. Not only does it make you seem confident and self-assured, it tells them that they are right. That's a friendly thing to do. This even works if you don't believe the compliment. Saying, "Oh, no, I'm ugly," when someone compliments your appearance not only tells them that they are wrong, it makes you think of yourself as ugly. A better answer would be, "Thank you, I really appreciate that, and I don't always believe it, so hearing that from you helps." I've started going with "thank you, that's nice to hear." I'm an assistant teacher in a preschool. Asking if kids can use their sitting muscles and listening muscles during circle time makes the kids want to show me how strong they are. All good and well until some kid flexes their sitting muscles too hard and suddenly you've got a poopy pants emergency. Sneeze on your knuckles before a fight to inflict poison damage. You don't have to always give away the recipe. By that I mean, don't over-explain yourself. If you can't do something 9/10 times, it's okay to simply say, "Unfortunately I'm not able to do that, can't swing it this time," etc. You don't have to go on and on about why, or make up reasons and list them off. Over-explaining just ends up looking more suspect than simply being clear and concise. I like this one. I have found myself making up elaborate stories to explain why I couldn't attend an event or something. Just be brief, honest, and to the point. "Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to make it to your party because of my crippling social anxiety." Ask questions about everything. Ask people about themselves. Be open about stuff you don't understand and ask questions about that. When you forget someone's name, own up to it and just ask them. I'm amazed at how many people won't acknowledge even a tiny amount of ignorance, or won't show honest curiosity about something, can't admit they've forgotten something they feel is important, and won't ever ask for help. Guys, your life becomes so much easier if you just drop the fucking ego and ask. The best advice I ever received was from my grandmother. I was a talkative child and would ask questions non-stop. When I apologized for asking so many, one day she looked me straight in the eye and said, "Never stop asking questions." I have a heated throw blanket in my living room in the winter. I wrap my coat up in it, crank up the heat, and in a few minutes, my coat is toasty warm, so I can brave the coldest day. Also toss your jeans in the dryer for 15 minutes on a cold morning and you will have similarly warm jeans. It's a nice perk if you have guests over too. Hey, take off your pants and let me warm those babies up. You can borrow almost all of your textbooks from the library as a college student because of modern book rental agreements most colleges have. WorldCat allows you to be linked to almost any library in America, and all you have to do is find your book in the system and fill out a request form at a library, and it should be there in a week. I've saved probably $2,000 doing this in my first 2 years of college. All of my courses now require an online code to do the mandatory homework assignments, which you can only try by buying a textbook full price, or you can buy just the code for $20 less, so only $130 instead. How generous. I cannot overstate how much dressing well and being well groomed will impact your life. It'll drop the difficulty by 2 or 3 levels. No joke. People will treat you vastly differently. The opposite is also true. I did this, but took it a step further. Got my hideously misaligned teeth fixed. Got braces as an adult. Highly recommended if you never had it sorted as a kid. And holy shit, did the money spent pay for itself in no time. Think about it. The less resistance there is to a person wanting to make eye contact with you, the longer and more in-depth your engagements will be with those people, and the more confident you are in turn. This can lead to better jobs, promotions, etc. Edit. For those asking, I was 27, got them off when I was 28, about 18 months total. Full train track style braces, though I did pay a little extra for ceramic braces on the top row. They have a white appearance so are a little more camouflaged. No one really cared when I had them on, other than the occasional person who would inquire because they were thinking about getting them too. Total cost about 6,000 Australian dollars. I'm 35 now, and yep, I still look awesome. More edit. Yeah, probably should have mentioned it's more of a pay to win than a cheat code, but this actually does create a real sense of pride and accomplishment for the money spent. Also, people like talking about themselves. When you meet someone, just ask them questions about their lives or the things they've done. If you have enough questions, you won't ever run out of things to talk about during the conversation, and they walk away feeling so heard. Plus, then you know more about them, and next time you see them, you will have even more to talk about or follow up on. Hey, last time I saw you, you were mentioning this thing at your job. How did that go? Etc. This is great until you realize that a majority of people never asks about you. That's true, and that sucks. I'm mostly talking about networking and not about deep friendships that I care about. Phantasma here, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to sub for more.